Hello everyone. We're going to continue our reading. Our reading of the Book of Mormon. The last chapter that I read long time ago, I think 1 year ago, was in chapter number 7. So we are going to read chapter number 8 today. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Lehi sees a vision of the tree of life. He partake of this fruit and desires his family to likewise. He seek a rod of iron, a straight and narrow path, in the midst of darkness that enchantment. Sariah, Nephi, and Sam partake of the fruit, but Lemon and Lemon refuse. About 600 to 592 BC. So, and it came to pass that we have gathered together all manner of seeds of every kind, both of grain of every kind, and also of the seeds of fruit of every kind. And it came to pass that while my father tarried in the wilderness, he spake unto us, saying, Behold, I have a dream, or in other words, I have seen a vision. And behold, because of the thing we have seen, I have a reason to rejoice in the Lord because of Nephi and also of Sam, for I have reason to suppose that they and also many of the seeds will be saved. But behold, Laman and Lemuel, I fear exceedingly because of you, for behold, methought saw in my dream a dark and dreary weakness. And it came to pass that I saw a man, and he was dressed in a white robe, and he came and stood before me. And it came to pass that he spake unto me, and bade me follow him. And it came to pass that as I followed him, I beheld myself that I was in a dark and dreary waste. And after I have travelled for the space of many hours in the darkness, I began to pray unto the Lord that he would have mercy on me, according to the multitude of his tender mercies. And it came to pass, after I have prayed unto the Lord, I beheld a large and spacious field. And it came to pass that I beheld a tree whose fruit was desirable to make one happy. And it came to pass that I did go through a partake of the fruit. Therefore I beheld that it was a most sweet, above all that ever before tasted, and I beheld that the fruit therefore was wine, to exceed all the wine's that I have ever seen. And I partook of the fruit, therefore it filled my soul with exceedingly great joy. Wherefore I began to be desirous that my family should partake of it also, for I knew that it was a desirable above all other fruit. And as I cast my eyes round about, that perhaps I might discover my family also, I beheld a river of water, and it ran along, and it was near the tree of which I was partaking the fruit. And I looked to behold from the businesses came, and I saw the hair, therefore I did away off. And I held, therefore I beheld your mother Sariah, and Sam, and Nephi. And there is two is they knew no whither they should go. And it came to pass that I be calling unto them, and also did say unto them with a loud voice, that they should come unto me, and partake of the fruit, which was desirable above all the fruit. And it came to pass that they did all come unto me, and partake of the fruit also. And it came to pass that I was desirous that Lemon and Lemon should come and partake of the fruit also. Wherefore I cast my eyes toward the head of the river, that perhaps I might see them. And it came to pass that I saw them, but they would not come unto me and partake of the fruit. And I beheld a rod of iron, and I standing along the bank of the river, and led to the tree by which I stood. And I also beheld a straight and narrow path, which came along by the rod of iron, even for the tree where I stood. And it also led by the head of the foundation unto the large spacious field, and if it had been a world. And I saw numbers concourses of people, many of whom were pressing forwards, that they might obtain the path which led unto the tree by which I stood. And it came to pass that they did come forward, and commenced in the path of which led to the tree. And it came to pass that there arose a midst of the darkness, yea, even an exceedingly great midst of the darkness, insomuch that they who much commenced in the path did love the way, that they wandered off and were lost. And it came to pass that I beheld others pressing towards, and they came forward and caught hold in the end of the rope of iron, and they did press forward through the mists of darkness, clinging to the rope of iron, even until they did come forward and partake of the fruit of the tree. And after they have partaken of the fruit of the tree, they did cast their eyes about his, they were ashamed. And he also cast my eyes around about, and beheld on the other side of the river of water a great and spacious building, and it stood it were in the air high above of the earth. And it was filled with people, both old and young, both male and female, and their manner of dress was exceedingly fine, and they were in the attitude of mocking and pointing the finger toward those who had come and they were partaking of the fruit. And after they had tasted of the fruit, they were ashamed because of those that were scoffing at them, and they fled away into forbidden paths and were lost. And now, Nephi, do not speak all the words of my father, but to be sure in writing, behold, he saw other multitudes present forward, and they come unto Cough, holding the end of the rod of iron, and did press the way forward, continually holding fast to the rope of iron, until they come forth and fell down and partook of the fruit of the tree. And he also saw the multitudes of feeding they were toward the great and spacious building. And it came to pass that many were drawn into the depth of the foundation, and many were lost from the view, wandering in strange roads. If the great was the multitude that did enter into that strange building, and after they did enter into the building, they did point the finger of scorn of me, and those who were partaking of the fruit also. But we heeded them now. They are the words of my father, for as many as heeded them have fallen away. And Laman and Lemon partook not of the fruit, save my father. It came to pass after my father has spoken all the words of his dream of vision, which were many, he said unto us, because of these things which we saw in a vision, he exceedingly feared for Laman and Lemon. Yea, he feared lest they should be cast off from the presence of the Lord. And he did exhort them with all the feelings of tender parent, that they would be taken to his words, that perhaps the Lord will be merciful to them, and not cast them off. Yet my father did preach unto them. And after he had preached unto them, and also prophesied unto them as many things, he bade them to keep the commandments of the Lord, and he did cease speaking unto them. So that is the reading for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading because it's very interesting. Okay, see ya.